Okay. Meeting called to order at 5:34. Everybody had a chance to review the minutes from June 3rd?
Yep, for May 20th.
I'm sorry, May 20th. Today's June 3rd.
Vote to accept?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any bills?
Yes. This one's from Dawn.
I'll sign that one.
It's yours I'm not going to sign.
And initial. And this one is the one for the signs that Kevin presented.
Oh, okay.
So sign the first one, initial the second, and the rest of the information is there about the signs.
So we spend all $3,000?
Yeah, because we ended up doing two signs on the Dam Lot Brook, one on the King Street side,
Oh, okay,
and then we added the other one to Johnson's Pond.
okay.
So they all match.
And when do we get the signs?
Should be done shortly. Ford River, that's the Dora Pine.
Right.
Dam Lot Brook, and there's two of those.
Okay. Correspondence?
No.
Okay, no correspondence.
Right along.
No site visits. Okay. Okay, there's informal, we got a continued enforcement order for RK Associates, as well as a continued enforcement order for MassDOT concerning Route 24 and 44. It was brought to our attention that we're not meeting on the 30th. We continue this to the 30th September, but that's actually the date that the trees are going to be inspected for the last round of planting that's going to occur. So actual continuance has to be to the next meeting, which would be October
October
7th.
October 7th?
All right, so I need a motion
I
to
we
move that.
Correct that date, continuance from September 30th to October 7th, you said? October 7th, 2015?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You'll let Mr. Baker know
Yes,
that
I
that's
will
been
send you an
changed?
email.
Okay. Okay. Formal, what do we have?
We're gonna open a meeting, so I think Paul has to read
Mhm.
the top part, and then we can go from there. Because
Okay.
it's an RDA,
Just-
RDA, a new one.
Okay, go ahead, Paul.
Conservation Commission meeting for June 3rd, 2015. All public hearings and meetings heard by the Raynham Conservation Commission on Wednesday, June 3rd, 2015, at 5:30 PM in the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall, Donald L. McKinnon Meeting Room, 558 South Main Street, Raynham, Mass., are relative to filings and joint hearings and/or meetings under Mass General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, as amended, and the Town of Raynham Wetland Protection Bylaw.
So the RDA,
Okay.
this one.
Okay, request for determination of applicability. Wow, gonna be a tough night. 119 Brook Street, map 16, parcels 7 and 8. Peter Hyotelis, is that how you pronounce it? Okay.
So Peter, I'm gonna need your tear sheet
Sure.
and your green cards, if you have any more.
Here, up here?
You give them to me, and
Then you
then,
have-
I was worried about saying that word myself, applicability.
We just call it an RDA. but-
It was just your name that had us.
These are all the,
Yeah.
for the abutters,
Yeah.
and then these are the receipts back.
and then your original tear sheet from the Gazette.
Or I can give you the actual magazine, want a copy of this instead.
This is good right here, because it has the date on it.
Yep.
You're just gonna find it.
May 22nd. Okay.
There it is. Okay, if you can give that to Paul, let's go to the podium.
Sure.
Good.
Which one is it? This one here?
One left-hand corner?
Yep.
Top left-hand. Top left-hand.
Top left-hand corner.
Okay. In accordance with the Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, and the Town of Raynham local bylaw, the Raynham Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, June 3rd, 2015, at 5:30 PM in the Donald L. McKinnon Meeting Room, the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall, 558 South Main Street, Raynham, Mass., on a request for determination of applicability filed by Peter Ayatollahs, 119 Brook Street, Raynham, Mass., 02767. The applicant requests determination for the building of a pool and shed 100 feet from a bordering vegetated wetland at the closest point, and whether it is subject to jurisdiction under the Wetlands Protection Act and the Town of Raynham Wetland Bylaw. Excuse me. The property is owned by Peter Ayatollahs and located at 119 Brook Street, Raynham, Mass., map 16, parcel 7-8.
Thank you, Paul. Sir,
Yes.
state your name and...
My name is Peter Ayatollahs. My wife Maria. We live at 119 Brook Street with our son Nicholas.
Okay.
As you can see there, I worked with Yaworth Engineering, who did the original property, to draw in the pool and the shed. We have the shed that's, talking with the building folks, they said for that size shed it had to be 20 feet setback. We got it at 21.
Okay.
And I believe the mass bylaws for the BVW is 50 feet. We are at 100 feet.
Okay. So this abuts Johnson Pond? Or that,
No,
where is this, Locust?
off of Locust Street.
It's off of
Oh,
Locust
okay.
Street.
Yep, I'm sorry, yep,
Yeah, I think Nina's Way is what's behind us now.
okay.
I mean, I got an acre or so of just woods between us and Nina's.
I was looking at another one
Yeah.
earlier that had
Exactly.
on Johnson Pond.
It's an in-ground pool.
Yes, that's, there is no choice. There is a covenant for the neighborhood. It would have to be an in-ground.
Is it a grass area at this point, or is it?
Yes,
trees?
the whole backyard is all grassed. There's probably still going to be about 60 to 70 feet of grass from the pool to the woods.
Where that proposed silt fence is,
That's right through the middle of the grass. Be ripping up the grass to do that.
so I would say that the silt fence could go to the edge of the grass as opposed to through the middle of the grass, so wherever the outside edge is would be my recommendation.
Yeah, 'cause he's well away from the BVW.
Instead of tearing.
Yeah.
putting the fence
Well, that'd be
through
much
the-
appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would make a motion to issue a negative determination with the pool conditions, no fill left on site,
The standard conditions, yeah.
so that's my
Is this the
motion.
red one on the right?
I'm sorry.
Is this the red one on the right as you go down?
No, I'm down at the end.
You're down at the end?
yeah.
Okay.
Around the cul-de-sac.
Kind of across from where the football player lived, right?
Yeah.
I remember I did it, when they built these houses, I remember I did a few of them.
Okay.
I'll second now.
So we've got a motion, we got a second for negative determination?
Can I ask what that means? That doesn't
That's
mean?
good.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you.
That means your wife's gonna be happy.
Yes, and my son.
Mr. Chairman, I also
Yeah,
have the determination, if you'd like me to read what Ozzy put in for it.
Okay. Are they the standard conditions?
He just had one other condition that he put in, with the negative determination, just saying that a cartridge filter shall be used for the pool. Any proposed installation of a dry well for the pool backwash water disposal must be installed outside the 50-foot wetlands buffer line. That was his recommendation.
And the only other thing, how do we put that in about moving the silt fence out to the edge of the,
Like the filter you use?
Yeah, I'm using a no-discharge filter. It's an eco-friendly filter.
That's even better.
Yeah, should be no discharge on this.
Well, do we have to put that in the special conditions, or we can just tell him that he can move that fence back?
we
if he
can just
wants?
agree to put the fence on the edge of the lawn
Sure,
area.
yeah.
Yeah, you can move that back, you don't
Okay.
have to put it.
It'll be in the minutes anyways, if Doris wants to put down the minutes that we okayed them to
Okay.
move the silt fence back.
I have a motion that's been seconded, and we've also reviewed the order of conditions. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? No?
I also have the determination all set for signatures, so that'll be all done.
No, that was, and I thank you very much for the silk fence. Thank you very much.
So Peter, what I'm gonna do is, tomorrow, I'm gonna get it all together and make copies and everything of it. If you wanna pick it up, I'll give you a call. Usually I either certified mail it, you can pick it up, it's up to you.
I can pick it up.
Okay, I'll let you know when it's all ready.
Friday morning, is that all right?
That'd be fine. I should have it done by Friday.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay?
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay, continued notice of intent, rear 1958 Broadway, map 1, partial 10 and 11, Patriot Recycling. Okay. I guess we were waiting on hearing back from DCR, and we haven't heard anything, or have you heard anything?
We were short 2 days
Yeah,
of the last
I
hearing.
understand, yeah.
And so over the past 2 weeks, I have not received any correspondence at all from DCR.
Okay, so-
And
so by default, we can move forward, okay.
great.
We have drafted some special conditions outside of the normal conditions. He hasn't seen
He
this
hasn't
yet.
seen it. I
okay.
do have a copy if you'd like it.
Do you want to? Okay. This-
This is to go along with the standard ones.
Do I need to read all of this in?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, I need some questions from the commission.
Yeah, I believe we should just add one more that might have got left out. We should add number 7, as these conditions are in perpetuity.
Okay.
As long as the site work is, as long as the site is being operated. then
They should be able to maintain.
Yeah. There shouldn't be a COC issued unless the site, the operation ceases. So it's sort of-
What Bill says, while it's being operated as a recycling facility,
Right.
it should have these orders.
Condition, in place,
perpetuity.
right. In other words, you have to
Right.
maintain.
For as long as it's in
Right.
operation.
Okay.
So I'd like to add that. to
Okay,
the
we'll add that, okay.
What's number 1 again? Number 1 sort of,
Yeah, you have a copy.
so it's not just upon completion of the work, because the work never really is completed.
So can we amend that line to say in perpetuity?
Well, this is, number 1 is talking about a COC,
Yeah,
and a COC shouldn't be requested while the operation
Right.
is in operation.
You are looking for a certification that the erosion controls are in place.
right.
Yep. And that the replication area is
Right.
completed. And I think there could be a partial COC for that replication work issued, but I don't think that there would ever be a complete COC for the whole project, because the project's never, there's always earthwork going on in the buffer zone, so, you know.
So could we get around that by just adding in parentheses at the end for restoration work?
What are you
I
saying?
believe so.
At the very end of number 1, after
Oh,
Massachusetts,
okay,
just
okay.
put in parentheses,
For COC for the.
restoration work only.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay. Permanent markers, standard. And you do need to have an on-site pre-construction meeting before you, so we can inspect the berm, erosion control devices. And you need the USA EPA permit.
You already got that, right?
We have a certificate from the Secretary of Environmental Affairs on the ENF that was filed for the project. I think this is referring to a general permit.
Right,
For
that's a new
construction
rule
activity,
that
so-
was established this year, I
Right.
believe.
And that's something that I can't apply for until the project is implemented.
Right. Okay, any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
I'll
so
make-
we make a motion?
I'll make a motion, I'll make a motion that we close, jeez.
Let's close the
That
hearing.
we close the hearing, and then we can make the motion to amend those.
Right, okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I need another motion?
I'll make a second motion to amend the order of conditions that we just discussed by adding number 7 and by adding to the end of number 1 in the replication area.
Great.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Do you need a motion not to issue? Or do we-
Okay, we need another motion?
I'll make another motion to issue.
All right. I do have it was all completed today. I don't know if you want to sign the order of conditions on, and then we make sure we finish the specials.
Specials.
If you just want to put the signature on the order, and then I can work it out and rewrite it with Azu,
Yeah.
and we can,
We can sign the order, that way it's not holding them up any longer. That way, once the...
because we do have the 21 days, but I'm just trying to get,
The
we're trying to
wording
get
is
the work,
complete.
trying to get
we
it
can amend
complete,
Sure.
if that's okay with you.
And then just pick up the final version, signed
Yep.
Yeah.
version.
So my motion is on the floor to issue the order of conditions.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good,
Do you want to sign now, or do you want?
we'll sign it. 'Cause
So once I get in touch with Azu again, we'll put the wording in,
Okay.
finish up the special, and
there
then
is
I'll
an
give you a
appeal
call when it's all done.
process, so we have time to do
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
Here comes
Okay, continued abbreviated notice of resource area delineation, 1255 and 1305 New State Highway, map 15, partials 176-41 and 176-4N, MT lot development.
Thank you.
And it's my understanding that Azu had a site visit and we adjusted the wetlands
Yeah, there was, I
flags.
think there was probably 8 or 10 flags. You'll see on the plan that I left the old line
Yep,
shown, but you can see with the boulder line where it's been pulled away from the shaded area, those would all be, anything that has an RCC after it for Raynham Conservation Commission, those would be new flag locations.
Oh, I'm sorry.
People at home will want to see that.
yeah, he's the only one that walked it.
So again, after the on-site with Azu, you'll see that there are a number of flags. Anything with an RCC after it, that would be a new flag location. And those are all indicated on the plan. It fell from this section behind this guardrail
Yep.
over to where he was speaking, behind the existing metal building. So it was moving a few flags, adding one new flag, which was 24A, to jog out this corner rather than just connect it back down.
Mhm.
So he asked us to bring some revised plans in this evening. I thought that he would be here, but
Well, he thought he was going to be as well, but something came up, so he let us know that he was okay with the revised plan.
what I saw in that email, so. This looks pretty close.
It
to
does,
what I saw
yeah.
in the email. I'll make a motion that we issue the ORAD.
Second?
We have to close the hearing first, Bill.
Close the hearing, Bill.
Well, hang on.
One second.
Here's Azu's map right here.
You
Oh,
wanna
you
see
had
that?
his? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's bigger here?
Yeah, it's bigger.
I'll do it this way, you do it that way, let's see.
I think it looks, I think it
17
looks okay.
came over. 14, 21,
You think, okay, you look at the former plan?
24,
Looking at the Azu, yeah.
yep. Okay.
Okay, so motion to close the hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Motion to issue the order of resource area delineation.
Second.
All in favor?
I'll just, well,
Oh, sorry.
just noting in that there have been changes made to the original plan dated,
So with a latest revision date of 6/2/15.
That's the plans we'll be working off
Yeah.
of, these plans here, okay.
So I made that motion.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so moved.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Another motion?
Anything
Well-
else to discuss?
Well, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
He's not like you. He takes this serious.
I'd just like to publicly thank Kevin for all his hard work in identifying the various conservation properties and facilitating the creation of the signs. Once we have those signs, we'll have a little ceremony when we'll go out and put the signs up. Okay? I've been in conversation with the Department of Public Works, Ed, who's going to assist with the installation of these signs, so hopefully we'll have that done within the next month or so.
Good.
So, attaboy, Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevin?
nice job. Nice job.
I'll be doing autographs after this.
There was something else that you had, right?
No, we did that, we did the RK.
We did the RK, okay.
That was our big issue.
Okay.
No good work there, Mr. Chairman.
Anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Oh, wait a minute. We should talk about that site visit that we did.
Oh. Mary Assistant Living.
Did you get the report that I
did.
submitted? Okay. I don't know if I have a
don't- I have
copy.
it downstairs.
I've got it here, okay.
Then I will retract my motion to adjourn.
Okay. Good idea.
We can
No, the
table-
motion been made and seconded. We have to vote on it.
I vote no. All right, Bill and I, as a follow-up to the assisted living, as you know, we had some
okay.
issues with some of the concrete barriers that were still left in place. They requested that we go out and revisit the site with the intention in mind that maybe some of the concrete conduits that were still left in place would do more site damage to the wetlands and removing them and leaving them in place. So Bill and I went out on 5/21, which was last Thursday, I believe,
Probably a week before.
a week ago.
Further than
Okay.
that, yeah.
And met with the owners as well as the attorney on record, which was Ed Brennan, as well as Paul Patton out from the Earth Services, and Jim Kushner from Douglas Engineering. And we walked the property, we looked at all of the the pieces that Azu and I had seen earlier. And Bill and I determined that indeed some of them were so far embedded within the BVW that it would cause more damage to pull them out. And there were a few that weren't so embedded that could be removed, but it was also determined that they were outside the BVW area, so therefore not within our jurisdiction to ask them to remove them.
Right.
So we came to that conclusion along with them, and they all agreed.
And I believe that they would have removed them if we had asked them to,
Okay.
but
It would have,
wasn't
it really would,
that
it would have
wasn't
been
necessary.
a bit, would have been a lot of damage, because they were pretty heavy, and they'd have to bring in some pretty good-sized equipment to pull them
To
out.
pull them up, yeah.
Had they had done that early on, before they had done all of the work there, I think it would have been less intrusive. We did notice, however, that there was some metal and iron fencing within the no-touch area that Bill and I asked them to remove, and they agreed.
they did it.
As well as there was some silt that had got into the riprap on the last retention basin toward the rear of the building, that we were concerned that they had a heavy rain like we had in the last 2 days, that would have been washed right into the wetland. So we asked them to install some hay bales at that
Point.
the end of the riprap. And they did that as well. So that's the update on what we did at the assisted living. Any questions?
Get a room?
Wonderful report.
One for me, one for you. They said you have to move in first.
Okay. And I used our site inspection report log, which makes a lot of sense.
He's
using it.
fancy.
Are you
See
ready
that thing?
ready for a motion?
No, the old days. Gail, this is what happened.
We'll pass that down to the end.
Well, it's important, if
I
we
have my
go out on a
glasses.
site visit,
Yes.
that we have some sort of form that we all should fill out and submit, so we have track of what we did. You turn it around, it may read better. Yeah. There you go.
What do you want, that the blank side?
I'm not typing all that out.
No, it's a form, you just have to add your own words in the middle of it, you don't have to type everything. Okay. I've been using it for a while, and it was in use in a lot of different towns, and I picked it up at the MACC. So, okay,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
You can stay.